Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to check out the abilities of Nebula. She has been reworked and let's see if she's good now. So strengths, she's a good robot counter. Okay, yep. I think if she had like 5 of those charges, like you get them holding block. So it's pretty good, it's up there. And then she's shock immune. I don't remember if she was fully shock immune, but yeah, it's pretty good, man. And energy resistance, it's pretty good. And then let's see, the prestige actually, it's pretty decent actually, yeah. I like that. And then she's fully immune to bleed, poison, and shock. That's good. And then Nebula begins each fight with 3 indefinite self-repair charges. That's new. And when she runs out, she will gain another after 10 seconds. And then each time the opponent deals more than 110% of their attack rating in a single hit. So basically, like if you crit, yeah, she's gonna get that. She will spend 1 charge to gain a self-repair buff, recovering the damage dealt over 5 seconds. As like her regen is pretty strong and it's still pretty strong. But if she's stunned, the self-repair that is active is lost. And self-repair and charges are immune to ability accuracy rejections. So I don't really like that you can't really get the regen offensively. Like it's gonna be annoying if you put her like in a stun immune node. And yeah, you won't be able to cancel that regen unless you have someone to heal block it or heal reverse it. It's gonna be annoying as a defender, but still as an attacker, I don't think it's gonna be that great, because you really don't want to get hit, especially if you're fighting like Act 7 or something like that. You kind of regen a lot of hits. What if you don't survive? What if you die? But yeah, it's still a buff. I think you had 2 before, now you got 3. And I don't know if you got like 1 back after 10 seconds. Don't remember. I don't really use Nebula, but that's good. But then let's see. Shock debuffs, unless otherwise stated. Nebula's shock debuffs inflict 1096.65 energy damage over 6 seconds. Okay. Then when holding block, Nebula builds up 1 amp charge every 0.65 seconds. So that's good. Before I think it was 0.9 seconds. And you hold your block a lot when you want to build those up. And each time an immunity prevents a shock effect on Nebula, gain 5 amp charges. So if you're like fighting a node, get shocked all the time, you will get 5 of those charges, and that's pretty good. And the cap on them is 20, like we know. And each amp charge reduces the opponent's ability accuracy by 20% if they are a robot. So if you have 10, you lock those robots. It's pretty good. And performing a wall-time block converts all amp charges into shocks, like we know. And then the him attack inflicts a shock. It's pretty good. And then the SP1, 100% chance to inflict a power lock, lasting 1 second per shock debuff on the opponent. So if you have 20 shocks, if you have 20 of those amp charges, you want to parry, and then you have a 20-second power lock. That's huge from an SP1. And you get a crazy good power drain, 12% of a bar of power per shock. If you have 20, man, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's above 2 bars of power from an SP1. You can really lock the opponent, kind of like Magic's, but with your SP1. Wow, that's good utility now that I think about it. That's amazing. And then the SP2, it's exactly the same like before. So you want to have 20 amp charges, parry, and then throw your SP2. You will double those, and that's where the big damage comes from. And then the thing that I like the most here special 3. You gain a weapon overcharge passive for 25 seconds. And Nebula has 65% chance to gain an amp charge when making contact with the opponent. So that's amazing, man. Like, it's not the only way you can get amp charges. Like, I like that you can get those amp charges without blocking. Like like the developer's note here says, new ability to gain amp charges while in the weapon overcharge is a great tool for raising up to 20 in those fights where blocking is a bit too scary. So in Act 7, like, maybe you have, I don't know, 10,000 attack, even more, and you don't hold block, you take that much damage just to deal good damage, and you can just throw your SP3, and 65% chance is pretty high. For 25 seconds, if you do like 20 hits, you're gonna get at least like 6 or 7 of those, and that's good, that's very decent. And then any contact with the opponent has a 75% chance to inflict a shock. That's not bad at all. And your signature ability is not great, but it's good that it's not great, because like if you don't have your awaken, you don't lose much. So while the opponent is suffering from at least one shock, Nebula's attack gain 25% combat power rate. So you get like 25% more power with your basic attacks, heavy attacks, and all of that. But it's not even that great, to be honest. But yeah, the good thing here is if you have an awaken, you can use a heavy attack, and then you want to attack the opponent, get more power. How much does it last though, the shocks? Let's say, yeah, for 6 seconds. Yeah, 6 seconds, it's not even a lot. But yeah, still, it's nice to have. So, the synergies with Nimrod, Ultron Prime, Hulkbuster. Ooh. Starts the fight with 1 additional self-repair. Repair recharges 25% faster. Okay, that's like offensively, I don't think it's gonna be that great. But then, Shock Recursion with Storm, Classic Guardian, Electro, and Black Widow Deadly Origin. Gaining an amp charge. Pauses all shock debuffs on the opponent for 0.2 seconds. Dude, 0.2 seconds is nothing. So that's not even a good synergy. And then the other ones, health, attack, and 90 critical damage. Yeah, your synergies are not great. Then recommend Masteries, Inequity, reduces the opponent's attack rating per debuff. That is good. It enhances Nebula's self-repair amount. Yeah, the recovery master, like, you always have it active. But yeah, man, Nebula, she has her buff. Like, I think the best thing about her is definitely her special 3, where you can get those amp charges without blocking. But that SP1, it's gonna be pretty huge, man. Like, let's say the opponent is an SP3, you have 10 of those amp charges, you detonate them with parrying, and then throw an SP1, you're gonna power drain like 1 bar at something. And it's a pretty huge power drain. And now that I think about it, it's not like magics, because you gotta have shocks to lock the opponent in the corner. But it's a very nice utility from an SP1, man. Special lock or power lock and power drain is pretty huge. But yeah, she's definitely not a god tier champion, but yeah, she might be more usable now. But yeah, that SP3 is pretty huge. And yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. And we're gonna talk about Karnak Spotlight when it's here, and hopefully it's as exciting or even more as this one. Because yeah, I can't wait for Karnak, man. I want him to be crazy, man. I want him to be the best skill champion. Like, it's gonna be tough. You got like Nick Fury and Shang-Chi, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.